Ta-Ntr. This is Mukasa Afrika Mayat. I'm at www.mukasa.info. That's mukasa.info. This presentation is entitled, Why Follow Slave Religions When Our Ancestors Gave Mayat to the World? This is from the Book of Ani. Here you have the feather of Mayat on the right side being weighed against the heart of Ani. On the left side, the weigh is being done by Impu, who is the guardian of the ancestor world. You have the Ba, the soul of Ani, there waiting on the outcome of the judgment. And you have Ani as well. You have the two mothers behind Impu. That would be Aset and Heteru. So, Mayat is balance, represented as a feather. She is purity and truth, represented as an Afrikan goddess. Mayat has no comparison of antiquity among the patriarchal religions of the ancient world. Thousands of years before Abraham and the Jews, before Muhammad and Islam, before Jesus and Christianity, there was the great mother, Mayat of the Afrikan Nile Valley. Thousands of years before Africans followed foreign slave religions, we honored our ancestors, divinity, and the African sacred land of Ta-Ntr. Ta-Ntr is the divine land. You know, you have people teaching that Ta-Ntr is in Arabia or Somalia. Somalia is in East Africa, but Ta-Ntr is deeper in Africa. Ta-Ntr was the divine land where our ancestors' spirituality, culture, and civilization originated. Ta-Ntr is the divine land. It's not in Arabia or in Asia or even in East Africa. Mayat originated in Ta-Ntr. The major concepts of the civilization originated in Ta-Ntr. Our ancestors didn't bow down to Mecca or Jerusalem or Rome. Africans gave praise to the lands of Central Africa, the beginning of the Nile, Ta-Ntr, the divine land of their beginnings, land of the birth of Mayat. Africans believed in and practiced Mayat as a way of spiritual life. Mayat was divine balance in the African worldview. She meant harmony in the family and community. Mayat sitting on her throne meant that the nation was safe and peaceful. Mayat was peaceful, but was not against going to war to safeguard the nation and the people. Our ancestors laid the foundations for world cultures and civilizations by following the African divinity of Mayat, not some rehashed, corrupted slave religions of foreigners. So what I'm saying here is that our ancestors laid a blueprint for us to follow spiritually, the cultures of our ancestors, which left so much for us to follow. We do not follow today. We follow the foreign traditions of Europeans and Arabs and other people and anybody else except our ancestors. But those people copied from our ancestors. And Mayat is the blueprint of spirituality. In fact, she's the mother of the Western religions and the mother of Eastern religions as well. We're copying copiers instead of copying our mother. So, as I said, Mayat is the spiritual way of life which we need to return to as a people, if not anything because of the concept of balance and the spiritual DNA that we have for this way of life. I say if we follow Mayat, a lot of our ills will be corrected as a people, but we're following the traditions of slave masters, and we defend slave masters. African nations fell because we lost our own ways and followed the ways of slave masters, Arabs and Europeans, as I said. Go back and follow your mother, Mayat, and your father, Ra. I warn you of the pseudo-African organizations and false leaders which claim to exalt her, Mayat that is. Read the ancient texts for yourself to learn about her. Follow her righteousness and blessed ways in your personal life. Why follow slave religions and argue over which is our true spiritual heritage when our ancestors gave us the mother of all religions? Ma'at, go back to your past, go back to your ancestors. They're worth it. Stop following slave religions and follow your mother, Ma'at, and your father, Ra. Follow your culture. Bow down to the land of your ancestors, not the land of your enemies and the land of people who enslaved our ancestors. Bow down to African sacred land. Hotep, Ashe, Ankwajajet. This is Mukasa Afrika Ma'at speaking on Ma'at, speaking on our mother, Ashe, Hotep.